Hello and welcome. Have you ever noticed how the wind can be both gentle and fierce? Well, it can cool us on a hot day or destroy everything during a storm. The poem Wind by Subramania Bharati tells us that the wind is just like life, sometimes calm, sometimes wild, but always testing our strength. Introduction to the poet. Subramania Bharati was a famous Tamil poet, freedom fighter, and social reformer. He was born on 11 December 1882 in Ettayapuram, Tamil Nadu. From childhood, he was very intelligent and loved poetry. He studied at Hindu college, Tirunelveli, and learned many languages. At the age of 15, he married Chellamal. Bharati wrote powerful poems on freedom, equality, and women's rights. Some of his famous works are Panchali Sapatham and Kuil Pattu. He inspired people through his patriotic songs. He died on 11 September 1921 in Chennai. In this poem, he uses the wind as a symbol of life's challenges. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Difficult words. Shutters, window covers that can be closed. Scatter, to throw things in different directions. Poking fun, teasing or making fun of someone. Weaklings, people who are weak. Explanation, the poet talks to the wind as if it were a living person. He requests it to come softly and not to break the windows or throw things around. But the wind does not listen and creates a mess by throwing down books and tearing pages. The poet says the wind enjoys making fun of weak people and weak things because they can't stand against it. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Difficult words, frail, weak or delicate. Crumbling, breaking or falling apart. Rafters, wooden beams that support a roof. Windows, separates the strong from the weak. Explanation, in this stanza, the poet shows the real power of the wind. The wind destroys everything that is weak, houses, doors, and even human hearts and lives. He calls it the wind god to show that it is powerful and divine. Just as a farmer winnows grain to separate the good from the bad, the wind separates the strong from the weak. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. Difficult words. Firm, strong and steady. Steadfast, firm and determined. Explanation, the poet now gives us advice. He says the wind will never listen to anyone. So instead of complaining, we should make ourselves strong. We should build strong houses, make our bodies healthy, and keep our hearts firm and brave. When we are strong, the wind will stop harming us and will become our friend. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Difficult words roar to make a loud, deep sound. Flourish to grow or do well. Explanation. In this stanza, the poet compares fire to human strength. Weak fires are easily blown out by the wind, but strong fires burn brighter and louder. Similarly, weak people give up in difficulties, while strong people grow and become better. The poet says the wind's friendship is good because it helps us become stronger. We should praise it for teaching us courage and determination. Literary devices. Personification. The wind is treated like a human being who can act and think. Example: wind comes softly. Repetition. Words like crumbling are repeated to show the wind's destructive power. Alliteration. The repetition of the woo sound, voiced labio vela approximant, in the phrase wind winnows creates a musical and rhythmic effect. It emphasizes the movement and whirling sound of the wind, making the line more vivid and expressive. Now, how do we decide whether a sound is a consonant or a vowel? Let me tell you, it's decided by the IPA chart, International Phonetic Alphabet, not by the English alphabet or spelling. The IPA chart is a system of sounds, not letters. All the sounds shown in green are consonant sounds. All the sounds shown in red are vowel sounds. Remember, many teachers forget to tell their students that this IPA chart is very large and is available for all languages. The one usually shown in English classrooms is only the English IPA chart, which comes from the main universal chart. It's smaller because English uses only a limited number of sounds from the full system. Now look, the woo sound falls under the consonant section of the IPA chart. That's why wind windows is an example of alliteration. Both words begin with the same consonant sound, woo. Can van and wind be an example of alliteration? No, van and wind is not alliteration. Here is the simple reason. Alliteration happens when words start with the same consonant sound, not the same consonant letters. Van starts with the v sound, made by touching your top teeth to your bottom lip and letting air pass. Window starts with a woo sound, made by rounding your lips and not touching your teeth at all. Since the starting sounds are different, v and woo, it's not alliteration. Real alliteration examples: very vast valleys, all starts with the v sound. Wonderful wide windows, all starts with the woo sound. Still not clear? Let's make it super easy. Have you ever wondered why the word university, which starts with the letter U, a vowel letter, does not take un before it, even though we are taught that un comes before words starting with a vowel? Here is why. This is where some teachers make a small mistake. They don't explain that U is just a letter, not always a vowel sound. Whether it's a vowel or consonant depends on the sound it makes. which we can see through IPA transcription. An umbrella. Umbrella starts with a sound, which is a vowel sound. So we say an umbrella. A university. University starts with the y sound, which is a consonant sound. So we say a university. That's the real rule. Articles a and un depend on the sound IPA, not the spelling of the word. Now, I hope that you've understood it and will always remember that even if words start with different consonant letters, if they start with the same consonant sound, it's alliteration. Example: phone, fall, sound, alliteration. Cat, city, k and s sounds, not alliteration. Symbolism. The wind symbolizes life's difficulties and challenges. Anaphora. Repetition of the same words at the beginning of the lines. Don't break, don't scatter, adds emphasis. Imagery. The poet uses vivid images of destruction like flying papers and falling houses to appeal to our senses. Metaphor. The wind is compared to problems or hardships in life indirectly.